Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm...
Damage. Yeah, damage.
Either way, good on you.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by...
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Reen. The Reen prefect is the governmental. You see fluorescent plate. The lieutenant says nothing. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like. This is the machine's filament. The speaker comes to...
Good afternoon. Votre accident en Saint-Brune.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? I have two machines registered to this company name in...
Saint-Brune. That's the church. And
Anything else I can help you with? Good.
let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
I am contractually...
I'm afraid we are not...
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received. Votre accident is there. Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent plate. The speaker comes...
Good afternoon. Votre accident. Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is... Nothing happens. The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting match. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footstep, and then it's gone. Almost all of it. But it seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. If not, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the sound. Your voice is barely audible. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more. The lieutenant points to...
Can you hear anything? The church just has strange acoustics.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises. He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The lieutenant points.
Can you hear anything? I wonder why the...
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises. The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can see the orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. The silence. Relax. It'll be okay. Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented.
Officer, what are you looking at?
You see some. Maybe it's possible to. In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced. This is her. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that soft word passes through, your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged. Terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't. You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from suggesting those who fight against it are not. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history. This subtle terror is...
Officer, you've stood there for over... What are you thinking of, if I may ask? She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000 persons. None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in. The old woman in the... It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had
Okidodo.
a touch of absurdity there. Nice. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text, a light motif. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, unknown, a motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. And then along the left side, after life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the... Could these words be the password that unlocks the film?
Death, life again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No justice, union, prudence, and force. You are brutal and done.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. The mother of humanity. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the...
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in general. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos speaking.
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, way. I saw you hide that control behind your back. I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
The only thing we need to talk about is how the mother can really help you home. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how 'tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
Viejita is grandma?
No, I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of... That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, Ese. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Too many times, Ese.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me. Absolutely, man. Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in. Might even be nice to have some company. Up there, Holmes. Oh man, I would love to see that statue. I'm sure I'd be trespassing if the church was in use. I done my share of illegal shit. Used to be in a gang, the whole deal. But even memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. That's not really the...
Do you remember your name?
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. Your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for... That's not quite right. But you're getting somewhere. We are all one who sing the mother's... This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I don't mean literal. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. It's not like that.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it. Hard to say. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams. Blend.
Police.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore.
It looks like he truly doesn't remember. There's a...
I think we're done here, Essay.
That was, however, I'm still not sure how it's relevant.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing behind the hatch. This is the machine's filament memory. The speaker comes to...
Good afternoon. Votre accident. Good. Please repeat. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Good, thank you. Please repeat. I have...
Saint-Brune.
Anything else I can help? Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out behind the hatch. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play. The first entry made arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simor for help, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the back.
Her friends? Colleagues? She must be quite educated.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of...
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, that disco man must be a cell.
The girl on the ice?
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle.
No. It was a great idea. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of a strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see the...
We should talk to her after she has
The mother of human.
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was...
No. Yes. No, you're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my... Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? Then you'll certainly know that all radio computers perform operations on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good... I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez, but it's not the cheapest one on the... Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy it. I'm working. Could you just... shh for a moment?
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do.
Great. You really like those questions, don't you?
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I...
Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roofs...
Strange things may...
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just a...
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical. I know. No, I don't. Great, thanks. What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Yeah, like all the time. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but this is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those...
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
The Swallow, you mean? What about it? Yes, that's what led me here. But great, thanks. The Swallow, you mean? What about... Because it's just trial and error, and I don't have a... You know what? Great, thanks.
Hi again. So, and? What happened? Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh, interesting. What's he doing in the church? What do you mean? No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe, I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? Come on, man! Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
You'll get there, believe me. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein?
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity! Dance! And you can't just evict her?
Look at you! Oh,
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and... The line's in the dark!
at least Crabman seems like an advanced...
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music? Wonderful! If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies. Well, yeah,
The man's smart. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Yes. What? The what now? Oh, the...
He's like an act.
I have a major sinus... Yes, that's all...
No, Safed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The noser. Blast away. Yeah, good to have. Oh, it's the one they...
It's like he's lying to you, my lead. He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved. A number of things. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a bust. The one with their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are. What happened? I've been trying to say we need the next step. Shut it! What? I have! I've said that!
The young speed freak is silent.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's...
One speaker. They have one speaker.
He said it was...
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy.
What do you mean, Fred? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You would...
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've...
And of all cellular-based life.
No shit. Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revachol. Because we do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started... But the sign was way off, too. Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
No, please! There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Everyone hates each other.
He looks almost as old as you.
We need a win. I promise you this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a... No! What? Fuck, man. You said you'd be lenient. What happens at the station? Fine. I guess we're truly done.
The would-be leader pulls out a card from his jacket pocket. His friend hands you his papers. The name...
Jermaine van der Wijk. I guess that's that.
Pack it up, Egg.
Yes, what is it? You arrested them? Didn't think the cops in this place had it in them.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts.
In this yard,
He's assessed
someone thought they could have a black block.
on aerial.
Practically, it's not.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you? It will take just a moment.
Her voice is
Gottlieb, what you get yourself into this time? I didn't, but now I do. How's the drinking going? Great.
Fucking, I'm not dead. It just hurts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? It will take...
her voice is
Gottlieb, what is it now? Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. 57.
in the cabin. You see a set of steering levers. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may...
10-4, come in. Fireworker. 10-4, sir, glad to...
Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer?
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
10-4, come in. Fireworker. 10-4, sir. Sorry, but I'm under orders to... 10-4. Orders are still orders. Anything else? Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
A metallic drawer. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet hole. You drop the white envelope. Probably did the right.
All right, let's go back to Evrard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late. Yes, for sending mail.
The theme on that pinball machine, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king. The sentiment is...
Can I help you?
What is this thing? What? I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment?
This was mostly about the fucking car.
I feel good about our work here.
It's not actually about that, but he liked...
Got the 20 real? Good. You got the...
You know, there might be other places to... Compact. The machine was... There's no fixing this one.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix, but it isn't anymore. My Kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Rob.